Okay, so I am Adrian Tatsch. I'm the Chief Digital Officer over at QSmart AI, and I'm learning to use the microphone as well right now. So I, prior to joining QSmart AI, which is an AI-focused cybersecurity company, I was at McKesson and leading data and advanced analytics. Okay, so what makes me an authority on innovation in AI? So for starters, I did not invent AI, and I do not hold a master's or a PhD in AI, machine learning, data science, you name it, I don't have it. But here is what's going on. For the last 15 years, I've had the opportunity of working at a number of multi-billion-dollar companies and really leveraging AI to drive innovation and business results. And that could be anything as simple as leveraging product recommendation engines in the e-commerce space, or doing some more niche things like a chat bot on Alexa when they first came out in 2017 to try to sell more toilet paper. And then more recently, which I'll talk about in a second, improving product data quality over at McKesson. Okay, more importantly, though, beyond any of the experience, is for innovation, you have to have this innovation mindset, which is effectively, you need to be delusional enough to believe you can accomplish anything, right? It's like, what if? Okay, we'll see what happens. And then when everyone says you're crazy, you need to be stubborn enough to say, I don't care. It can be done faster. We're going to go try it. And then last but not least, there is that impatience, because impatience is impatient enough to say, we're doing it now. We're not going to be that late adopter, or we're not going to wait and see how it plays out. So the space is moving fast, and it's uncomfortable for everybody. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know where you were around 483-ish days ago, which was November 30th, 2022. ChatGPT 3.0 version launched. And that was really, really a game changer. So for me, I was minding my own business, and I was on the consumer markets e-commerce team at McKesson, and leading strategic analytics, data science and engineering, price strategy, and business development, and having the time of my life. Every day was very, very random. And like any organization at that time, it was kind of like, what do we go do? Because people are asking, how have we applied this? There's this like ChatGPT thing. AI is important. We've already known it. Okay, or we've always known that, but let's throw some more money at it. And we need to be able to show as an organization that we're doing something cool, we're doing it fast, and we're making money. And so who better to do that? I felt like this was my calling. It's like the delusional, stubborn, impatient individual. So went in, built an organization. And part of this whole like fast business, right, is you start off from scratch. So fast forward to April 2023, it's myself. And it's like, okay, I need to get everybody aligned to a vision, need to build an org design. And on top of that, I can't hire people fast enough. It is really, really important on the need for speed. For every one person that I hire, which is going to take me time, there are 100 other people in the hyperscaler world or the data platform world that have the experience and have been sitting in seats. So moving from the mentality of build and buy to partner and apply, and I did not know about A.Team at the time either, is really something that was crucial as far as part of the strategy. So for the next month and a half, as I'm trying to frantically hire people, I feet to the street, go to the OpenAI office. I visit Microsoft and Google and AWS, and I don't want to leave anyone out. Snowflake, Databricks, you name it, saying, hey, what are you doing? What's cool? Let's partner. So planting those seeds. So then that's all fun and game. I'm like, you know what? There's cool things going on. We're going to do this. We're going to partner. Okay, back at the ranch internally, you can't do anything unless you're actually partnering with your internal clients. So that's where you start learning very quickly segmentation of those customers. How do you get people to change the way in which they are working and keeping the lights on? And so there are 3 different fundamental segments. So the first distinct segment is I'm not technical. And really what that boils down to is I have this fear of I'm going to look dumb. I've never touched this before. I don't feel comfortable even playing. Then you get into the AI is dangerous. And that's the fear of I'm going to screw it up. Don't even put me around it. I don't know, and I'm going to screw it up. And then the last is, and this is the most interesting one to me specifically with AI, is not interested. Like nothing to see here. Don't talk to me. And really the underlying portion of that has more to do with the concept of, hey, this doesn't align with what's actually good for me. You're going to automate my job or my team's job. I feel very uncomfortable and I have this fear. So the series of events that are going to happen next, I'd like to say is due to like sheer genius that led to a launch pad. But as I mentioned, brand new team running around. My calendar was a mess. We did not have a department admin at the time. Sunday night, one night I look, I'm like, oh gosh, I need to be in Richmond tomorrow. And I have 2 new leadership team members starting. So I call up my buddy because the next day is a full day workshop on data product strategy or product data quality type of deal. And I said, hey, I totally flubbed. I have 2 new hires and I have nothing planned for them. Do you mind if we just expand the invite? So this is truly their day one, like not Amazon day one, but like day one. I have nothing planned for you. Sit next to me. We're going to listen. So they arrive and the most magical thing happened. So there was the VP of data governance and product strategy sitting there. And then I hired a VP of AI and automation. And they're just soaking it all in. And they start nudging me early in the morning. And they're like, hey, this is really cool. We could do X, Y, and Z, because they're learning about the process and the pain points. And then they start meeting people throughout the day. And they're like meeting their new friends. And now they're brainstorming. So at the end of this day workshop, they go over, or I go over to the person who's leading master data management. I said, did you see what I saw? Like, they're collaborating. They want to go do something. Can you imagine if we actually did something quickly leaving this meeting? So I'm going to speed through this. So this is where this concept of a launch pad was born. So I said, your team are the domain SMEs. I've hired some people who are really, really smart in the capability aspect of this. And then we have all these ecosystem partners who want to give us pre-general availability access. And so I'm going to split this into existing, or like what happened at, and then post. So pre this meeting, this happened within the Launchpad. It was a hackathon. There were 2 different teams. So we pulled a roster together. It was very important that we had a captain for each team. There was only 5 people, a builder on each team, a subject matter expert, and then a visualization component. And then there were all these scoring criteria. We had coaches. So for everybody who's nervous about legal, compliance, IT, everybody was there. And then there were coaches. So they did all this. The teams got competitive 2 weeks beforehand. They were meeting up, already competing with each other. They arrived at this hackathon, or this Launchpad. PAD stands for Play All Day. And they truly built 2 MVPs by the end of the day to improve data product quality. And then post that, the beauty is that, sorry, I know I have limited time. The beauty of all of it is that the person, when they left, it could have died after the Launchpad. But the product or the domain SME, because they had secure data and it was approachable and they touched it and they loved what they had all co-created, they were the ones setting up the meetings and saying, hey, you 4 other team members, we're going to bring this to market because I want to touch that data and touch that tool. And so within a month, we had products that were coming out that were in production. Okay, key takeaways. Go to the edge. As fun as it is to have a thing about your, like, hey, we're going to talk about AI. It's amazing, but you really need to go where the business is. Remove the pressure. Make it a play all day situation. Have fun. I just generally believe that in life. I don't know what we're doing if not. And then last but not least is continue evolving, which takes a lot of courage. And I am going to now pass it to Rajama.